Greetings, YouTube. This weekend I learned a lot about why I am jealous of Android users. Now, look, everybody in my family owns an iPhone. They do an iPhone for many reasons. I think the game runs really well on an iPhone, which I guess my iPhone is now a year old. I'm on the 13. I think they're on the 14 now. Is that correct? I love the 13. Love is, of course, a weird word to describe a possession. I'm sure there are plenty of Bible verses that would strike me down for saying that. But my point being, when it comes to technology and recording this on an iMac, I'm just an Apple guy. Even though I didn't use apples for a long time growing up, because not only did I not like fruit, but more generally, couldn't afford it, man. I'm from a school in New Mexico. We were lucky to have Dells. We're talking about like the old Dells, like the dude you're getting a Dells. And those of you who aren't not old enough to understand the dude you're getting a Dell reference, you're lucky. But there was an amazing pinball game that I swear, I just hope somebody watching this, just at least one person knows what free pinball game came on Dells in like the early 2000s and late 90s, because it was amazing. And I was more proud of the high score on that than anything I've ever done in this game. With that being said, we have a major reason to be jealous of Android users with access to the Google Play Store, everybody watching this video who plays on iPhones, because I have spent this year more money than I ever have on the game, because there have been more specials from Deadpool weekend to the return of spring cleaning till, of course, the usual July 4th, to the biggest difference between now and elsewhere, and that is the $5 daily specials, of which on Sundays I spend $10, not $5, because you get two Cavalier Nexus for the Cavalier and two Cavalier Nexus for the Thronebreaker. So let's just say conservatively I spend $5,000 on this game a year. $5,000. Now, I make more than that in revenue over the course of a year on YouTube. So I am still in the profit for my channel after taxes, though the taxes are a lot. And so I can justify that. But 99.9% of people watching this don't have a YouTube channel that makes some money off the game, and if they do, it's certainly not to the degree that this channel would be. I'm not saying that as a flex, I'm just saying that as a factual statement. So, out of that $5,000 that I spend approximately on this game now a year, I do not see any of that back as cash back. If I had an Apple credit card that I used for it, I would. But I have other credit cards that I use that get 2% cash back for all purchases. And so that's worth it to me more than, like, say, 3% back for Apple purchases and 1% back for everything else. I still think longevity for big purchases, even things like utilities, it's going to make me come out ahead to use a 2% cashback credit card. I could do an entire YouTube channel on finances, and that's sort of what my temptation used to be before I took on this path. But those of you who have Google Play, we know some of you, few of you, after the feedback I received this weekend, have seen the greater gifting crystals. I'm going to darken the screen real quick, because when we look at some of the messages that I have seen, I want to talk to specifically to my man Jay Beasy, who sent me a bunch of screenshots to talk about this. Now, he says the following. Hey, okay, so I've seen your videos about the Google Play Points Greater Gifting Redemption. I myself live in California, and I do have that and have purchased two. However, I would like for you to suggest to those people that do have points to scroll down and buy Google Play credit for their points instead of the in-game offers. 1,000 Google Play points equals $10 Google Play credit, and so forth. That's what I typically use for Cyber Weekend and July 4th. I guess I can accompany a screenshot with this. If I do so, decide to open my crystal soon, I will send a video. So, we have several screenshots from the summoner and a video. I'll show the video here. So you can see the greater gifting crystal that I've talked about that was so unintentionally controversial because some people told me I was literally talking about a special from December of 2021 and pretending that it was now and that I was lying and producing fake news and being a hack and I can't believe you call yourself a journalist and all kinds of stuff. And my response was, I'm sorry, I didn't realize it was regional. I don't have an Android phone. But this is another example of hopefully proving to some of the biggest skeptics out there that for some people, maybe a few people out there in certain territories, in this case California, the greater gifting crystal offer really does exist at $5 per person at the beginning of November for some reason that I can't explain and nobody else seems to be able to explain. Now you can see at the bottom of this, there is Google Play credit. It has $1, $2. It also feels like it's from California because it's shaking like an earthquake. $5, $10. $10 seems to be the most for 100 points, 200 points, 500 points, 1,000 points. Every 100 points gets you $1. If I was running Google, I would actually give a small discount on the $5 or at least the $10 ones to actually incentivize people to spend more. You know, it's like the thought process behind, say, buying in bulk, right? Which is also why Kabam stopped doing this. At least they have in the last several months. But remember when they used to say, hey, you can buy up to 100 of these things in like a special store, but the cheapest it's going to be is the first time you buy it, and it's going to get increasingly more expensive, which is the opposite of how everything else in the economy works. When you're buying things in bulk, you're supposed to get a discount. Anyhow, so that is the video sent. This is a sideways screenshot of what we just discussed at the bottom of that video with the Google Play credits. And then you can see here, $10 of Google Play credit is 1,000 points. He currently has 164. What does seem pretty amazing is there are periods of this game, maybe it's every day for some people, maybe it's not, where you're supposed to get like 4 points for every $1 spent, which is crazy. Like that seems so generous. It's nuts. Now, right now, for the 1,000 points, you get 10 premium hero crystals, which can award a 2 to 4 star champion boost, energy refills to expand your team, and power them up. So 10 premium crystals for $10. Talk about a ripoff. That'd be a ripoff if you started your account, because why not just spend that $10 on 2 Grandmaster Nexus deals for daily specials, right? If you're level 5, I think, and above. Either way, those of you who are Android players, if you don't have any points now, but you plan on spending, let's say, a couple $100 at least on Cyber Weekend, save your points for credit for the gifting event. But really, some of you, like I talked to a summoner yesterday that said he didn't even know about the point system and checked his balance, and he had like 16,000 points. So 16,000 points is $160, right? Worth of free purchases in the game. Talk about crazy. And I would have, if it was 4 points per dollar, I'm not saying it is, but like if that was the case and I spend $5,000 on this game, I would have, well, 20,000 points, which 20,000 points would be $200 worth of free purchases as cash back of credit for what we get nothing from. So Apple players are getting absolutely screwed. And so it shows, congrats on earning gold. You earn 1.2 points per dollar spent here through the end of 2021. So that's not 4 points per. I guess the 4 points per is like special weeks or special days. That makes sense. And then there's the non-flipped. And you can see this one has 2,163 points. So that is over $20 worth of Google Play credit to cash in. And yeah, the essential unit bundle and the advanced unit bundle, those do not seem to be nearly as good to offer deals as just trading it in for credit in the store. So I am so thankful to this summoner, JBZ, for the info. And hopefully I have done this video a good service of describing this as I continue to learn more as a ignorant Android non-user. So thanks for the info. Thanks for watching. Google Play points for both Cyber Weekend and gifting event, or maybe even next year purchases. Those of you who know what this is and have it, I am jealous, but also I'm thankful to get the information out to those of you that maybe didn't know.